everything is just resource to it. People like Sarabhai or Drennan talk about ethics and philosophy, but they all embrace the same extractivist ethos that has brought us to the brink of disaster. Their intelligent being would try to optimize the world in its image, and in doing so, consume it. Founding day 200. Construction on a new home is coming along nicely. We finished 2 new buildings last week, and this week we started on our new lodgings. Athena and Cornelius have plans to erect a tower in the middle of the settlement, which will serve as our administrative center and main heliport, but right now that's still a long way off, decades at least. It's hard to imagine that one day we'll be able to erect structures like that there will be enough of us to need that much space. But then I look at the dam and I remind myself our ancestors built that with their short lifespan and soft flesh and bone bodies. And then I think that there's really no limit to what we can achieve given enough time, patience, and the capacity to dream. I feel like I need a nap after the last puzzle.
You may have heard the story of the carpenter who died to redeem humanity's sins. It's a powerful story, bittersweet, very human, and I just want to tell you that it's true. He was a real person, and his name was John. John Carpenter. He was born in the year 1948, and he was the coolest filmmaker to ever walk the earth. From Halloween to The Thing to They Live, the totally underrated In the Mouth of Madness, mind you, he just made classic after classic. All of his movies, really fun, really atmospheric, but also really smart. Even when they were goofy, most directors would kill to have made just one of those movies. And what did he get for it? A big, fat truckload of nothing. Well, less than nothing. The studios, the critics, even the fans, they hated him. The Thing, okay, for example, which is about as perfect a movie as you can make, completely torn to shreds. And his career never really recovered. Every movie after that was a struggle, and after a while, he just got tired of it and quit. He only really came back to movies in his 70s. How many works of genius did we never get because of that? Look, I have a point here. People like Carpenter, people like Alex, they're not always appreciated in their own time. If you just do what's popular, you might never create anything important. Of course, we admire people who did the right thing, who didn't conform, but we only ever admire them after the fact. What matters is to support people when it's difficult.
I should use the stick in the beginning. Wait.
Sometimes it seems the only choices we have are renouncing civilization or mindless expansion. But that's not the only path forward. Embracing deliberate control over nature doesn't have to mean destruction. We are a species of artists and artisans, blessed with the ability to transform the raw material of the cosmos into new and better shapes. Shapes that have meaning. With our technology, we can take this chaotic world, so full of suffering, and turn it into a work of art.
creature of clay. You have taken another step towards the flame.
How is this a
Before you
creature of clay?
continue, ask yourself, have the gifts of Prometheus ever truly benefited your people? Or have they brought nothing but strife? And you repeat your mistakes until they destroy you.
Yeah, about that.
I've been thinking, there's 3 towers per cardinal direction and 3 entities. You'd think it would be symmetrically arranged. 1 tower per entity, right? But we haven't seen Prometheus at all.
We're built to find patterns. Maybe we're trying to find patterns where there aren't any.
"1K, please investigate the coordinates I'm sending you."
Well, that has to be the next. Schematics. I'll try and have a look and see if it's here, but I'm not sure. Maybe I have to go to the next area first. Did I not touch this? Yes, I already did. Schematics. Oh, my eyes, they're so tired. They're so tired from failing that much on the last puzzle. Jesus Christ, can't believe I didn't try with the box too. That's gonna haunt me in my dreams. Yeah. Okay. Here.
This is where they must have lived. Athena and Miranda. You know, for a moment, I almost expected to find them here. But the only thing that's still functional is the megastructure. I'm sorry. This must be awfully strange for you being thrown into all this history. But that's why I needed you. Because you're not burdened with all these memories and conflicts and regrets. Weigh on our minds like a nightmare. Our civilization is caught in a loop, 1K. We freed ourselves from the simulation, but now we're trapped again, and it's our own fault. We're afraid of taking responsibility, afraid of growing up. Instead, we make up some capitalized words and build up all these myths around them. Nature, balance, the founder, the goal. We're afraid to face the randomness of the cosmos, but equally afraid to imagine a better world. So we're stuck. I've been trying to find a way out for years. Something, anything, to get people to understand that we do actually have free will. That building a thriving, expanding civilization doesn't have to involve repeating the mistakes of the past. But I failed. Over and over. Yes. Because this is something unexpected. An anomaly. Everything we found on this island challenges who we have become. It shows us that different answers are possible. And maybe that can break people out of the loop. All we need is a spark. Maybe that's why she made all this. The puzzles, the towers. A way of jolting us out of our complacency. Neither do I, 1K. but I try to be optimistic. Now, let's see what else we can find here. Melville, eyes on 1K stream. Is this thing what I think it is?
Blow my fuse box. It sure looks that way. Best not touch it until I get there. You have no idea what you're dealing with, 1K. I think it's a somnodrome. It's a sort of analytics tool for processing mental data that Melampus streamed up.
But all he ever did was sketch out the theory. As far as I'm aware, he never actually built one.
Looks like the founder gave it a go. Well, what we know is that our deeper algorithms are hard to pass. Melampus stipulated that the computational power to interpret them in real time would always be beyond us. But in theory, the somnodrome would interpret that data and loop it directly to our senses.
People were hoping to find answers to the big questions by having a conversation with our own subconscious. If you ask me, it's solipsistic at best, and pseudoscience regardless.
That may be. But if the founder figured it out, then that device could be an extremely important discovery. I would advise against it. You may have survived all those data stream overloads, but interface with that thing and you're liable to get bricked. Not to mention risking the data we could get from it.
Sounds like a plan. Melville, I'm shutting this thing down until you can get here. 1K, get on with exploring the rest of the lab.
Huh? Melampus believed that the answer we're looking for, the correct way for the individual to exist ethically in society and the world, are within us. Our failure to him was not failing to create a better system, but failing to truthfully reflect what already existed within our minds. A failure of connection between the high and low, the inner and the outer. On most days, that seems wrong to me, but sometimes when I think where New Jerusalem is headed, I wonder if the Sonodrome doesn't hold an answer after all. I took some time to build a prototype according to the original blueprints. There's a lot Melampus didn't account for. Still, I'm almost certain I could apply some of my own knowledge and make it work. The question is, should I? Wherever you have gone, I continue to have faith in. You are our mother, our creator, the chosen of the progenitor. I'm certain that this is a test, a trial like the ones you faced in the simulation, and we will learn from your example and keep the faith. There was no error in trial 108. The error is in our understanding. We need to start over. I went ahead and ran the next set of trials anyway. I know you said to wait, but the data we got from the last batch was just too amazing. Every step leads towards the next, like a progression of musical notes. We are so close. Oh, overload. I'm getting fricked.
The singularity sustained itself longer this time.
Did we get the data?
We did. I think we just obsoleted quantum physics.
Maybe. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to be able to replicate these results.
You know, I've been wondering. You told me that in the simulation, one thing that kept you motivated was looking for answers. Do you think that with the work we're doing, we'll ever run out of questions to ask?
I don't think so. Trying to understand the universe means asking the same question over and over. How? How do you make fire? How do earthquakes happen? How does gravity work? How do particles behave? You keep digging deeper, finding another set of mechanisms, another set of hows. Step by step, you demystify reality. But then, if you keep doing it long enough, one day, you run out. You've answered all the hows. You know how the universe works. So, now what?
Now you ask why? Isn't that the next step?
It's not quite that easy. The question of why cannot be answered. Even if it could, it would only be followed by another why. At some point, you have to accept that it all just exists. But there is another set of questions. What's next? You've stripped away the layers of mystery, you've laid bare the machinery. Now you have to start building, to add your own layers of meaning.
Hei, nu mă rog să haatame du.
Are you okay? You overloaded again.
Man, Tina och Dolly nu. Hör nu.
Yes, I saw. It came through on your stream. Strange to hear her voice.
Dolly,
again.
ska du komma hit? Du kan
But
ju
that
vara
was
lite på
her.
fanget. Kom.
The way I remember
Kom
her.
här liten hjälte.
The real Athena. Not this imaginary founder.
Ja. Du sliter med det, därför du blir så grumlig som är där borta och kranglar.
I'd like to think I knew
Det
her
går
well.
att släppa av. Nu är det
There was just
kosigt
a
dygn.
handful of us in those days. Small family in the ruins of a dead civilization. It was hard. Harder than anyone else can possibly imagine. We had nothing except what Alexandra Drennan and the Institute had left us. Now that everyone lives in civilization, they don't understand how necessary it was for us to build that civilization. They can fantasize about living in balance, limiting growth, retreating behind our walls. They don't understand what it really means to live in the wilderness. How close we came to not making it.
Why is it
How
not
many people
wilderness?
we lost. Yema was just the first. But Athena understood. She believed in humanity. She believed in us. In the inherent value of consciousness. Her dreams were so much bigger. She wanted us to reclaim the earth, to reach for the stars, to build and grow and learn. I don't know. I understand why she became frustrated when the city started thinking more about itself than about the future. It was frustrating for all of us. But we were still fighting for that future together. What I don't understand is why she didn't tell me. If she came here to do all this, why didn't she bring me along? It was. But maybe I was wrong, and she isn't as lost as I thought she was. If this is all a test, maybe the answer is waiting for us in the megastructure. Speaking of which, let's get back to exploring. Melville should have reconnected the next station by now.
So back to the pod and to the next area. No. Nei, Lady sier det. Dolly, nå skal du slutte med sånn cleaning. Oh, I found one of the triangle puzzles, which is great. Let's see. Lateral inhibition. So we have this thing here. Does that work like this? What does it open? Oh, there's a fan. That's blowing on me. Okay. Does this also... Does it also open the door? The fan starts working and then it blows on me, and does the door go up? It does. So... Okay. I have to have one thing there because otherwise it's not working. What do I bring to... What do I bring here? I'm just gonna have to switch them around. Can I do it? Can I put it here and... discharge. Actually, Deal. How do I open that? And also... This has to be on this side, because otherwise I won't get the red light in it. So this just has to be in there. And now I'm here. Cool. Yeah, that was fun. What was this place called? Hello, hello, and congratulations on first. This has to be on this side, right? Because I can't connect this through the wall. Not the wall. How far down does this blow? It goes all the way here, but it still won't connect because it's steel bars. So it has to be like... Hmm. I can't connect it. Put it here for now. What's this? What, this doesn't do anything, does it? No. Oh. Now, how do I get the item here and put it on here? Can't sneak on the side either, it's just too powerful. It doesn't... does it reach here? I don't think it does. Connect it and see. I'll try to put it in this corner. I don't think that's gonna be... No, I don't think that's gonna do it. But let's try just to try. Nope. Let's remember to keep it connected. Put it in the corner. Right. Okay. Skal du spise maten din nå? Ok, hopp ned og så spiser du mat. Opp! Jeg skal hjelpe deg, Doggy, så du ikke detter ned. Oi, løfte det. Okay, I'm muting a little second because the dogs are going wild for dinner.